right? So I'm going to get straight into it. Try not waste your time. So the biggest, I've obviously done quite a bit of research on SmartReach based on all the collateral you have online. And I think the biggest problem, and where I want to bulk most of this conversation and put most of the value in, is consistency and messaging, right? So if you have a look across your website, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, for example, here, there's a different typeface, different iconography. Then here, there's a new typography. Some of the posts are different. So this typography is a new, just specific for this post. This is a different look and feel. We've got different colors here. And I just don't want you leaving money and traffic on the table, right? Because you're diluting your kind of potency when each post has a different look and feel. You almost got to start from scratch with people. So hopefully by the end of this call, I'll give you some direction, or this video will give you some direction as to how you can start rolling everything out with the same consistent look, right? So where do we start with that and how I like to build brands that effectively grow businesses, not just logos. We don't want to just choose a color aimlessly, right? We want to actually give this some thought. So right now we're looking at the collateral and the website, the LinkedIn, headers, social media, etc. That's basically the logo. So if you look at this iceberg, we need to find out all the stuff at the bottom, which gives us direction as to why we're doing everything. That's like changing the color on your website. It's just putting a plaster on a sinking ship, right? We need to figure out why you're doing everything, who you're speaking to, what are you saying. Then that'll help you. So we need to build this from the front way forward. So strategy, identity, collateral, not the other way around. So once you get a clear idea of who you are and what you're trying to say and what makes you different, then you can start getting a better idea of your messaging, personality, visual style, which I'm going to get into now, right? But I just want to explain the kind of foundations of building a brand. So the ultimate goal of a successful brand is for you to have your owniness, and that's for SmartReach to stand in the market as its own competitor. And what I mean by that is own a niche and own an angle, own a certain something that no one else does. That way, you're not playing in this massive red sea of thousands of cold outreach and sales pipelines, CRMs, right? Because it's quite a competitive market and there's so many similar ones. So for us to find a unique angle, we need to look at this. So something that the ideal customer persona really needs. So maybe that's businesses or, that are really looking to outreach, or single man teams that are looking to outreach. Competitors' weaknesses, which you'll have to do yourself. I can't do right now. See what they're missing. Maybe there's a certain angle. So for example, Sales Loft or some sort of platforms like that really target enterprises. Maybe you want to target smaller teams, your strengths. So what do people often say they like about your product? Find something in the middle there, and that'll give us a little bit more direction as to what it is we can find that can help SmartReach separate themselves, right? So after that, we don't want to be selling a feature-based product. Because we don't want to sell a commodity. We want to start having some power in the market and have people come to us. So we need to sell something different, right? An X factor, a unique angle. That's where you start building a brand. Consider it like a competitive moat. So people aren't just coming here because of cold ads. They're actually buying into your brand, right? So these are some ideas I've plotted down. You obviously have to give this more thought in your own time. I can give you a survey. On my survey, it's kind of like a 3-minute workshop. It helps. It gives you 15 questions to answer all of these, but to give you more clarity on what it is that you can be different. So I've got these ideas like more reach, rocket growth, obviously because your logo, multi-channel. Maybe not every platform is multi-channel. I see you guys do WhatsApp as well. You obviously want to be very trustworthy, right? So this is all kind of exercises to help you stand out. Because if you look right now, all of these look the same. Like myself, as a business owner, I found Cold, and I quite like these guys because their LinkedIn header said a CRM for the new day, because we're not in the 2000s, something like that. They had quite a unique stance and a unique story, right? And that carries through everything. So you can clearly see that that's running through their whole business. And I really like that idea. Whereas Smart Reach, so yeah, look, I'm on a mission to become a sales CRM for 2024 because people build relationships like it's 2010. So that's their stance, that's their unique positioning. They have grips of what makes them different. That's their angle. They are speaking to people because their unique value is that they are CRM for 2024. Whereas Smart Reach right now, you're selling a feature and a product base, which is very short term, and people will come and there'll be a lot of churn. But to reduce that and to build a tribe that'll stay forever, you need to sell something above and beyond a feature. We don't want to sell product. People buy meaning, people buy belonging, people buy stories. So we need to find something that sets you apart, right? And that's the strategy. That's the foundation of any brand before we get into changing colors and stuff like that, right? So what we go onto that, once we find a bit of a clear idea of who you are, what are you saying to who, we start looking at your identity. So right now, from looking at all your collateral and website, I'd stick with either orange or blue because it's very diluted at the moment. Your logo is orange, but you've got blue posts. So I choose one. Like, for example, Break Cold. It's just blue. It looks so clean. Everything I see, I know it's them, right? You guys have this orange logo, but then you have some blue posts. It's a little bit washed out. Then I'd introduce a specific set of illustrations that have the same look and feel, one brand device. So that may be a pattern or a rocket or a specific swirl or twist that you use throughout all your social media templates. So we want to have the same look and feel. And then I'd say the logo, we need the full rocket. I mean, I just find it odd how it's cut off, but I'm not here to give you small logo tweaks. I'm here to kind of reposition your whole brand and build a brand, right? So this is what I've put together. You can see, this is not just a logo, and this is not just some like aimlessly stuck together bits and bobs. This is a coherent brand. Eventually, when you dive into the strategy, you get the sense of a full brand identity. So I suggest you go for this orange look and feel. It's a little bit different. Nothing else in the market has seen it. Blue's quite popular, but you'll have to do some more thinking, and we can maybe facilitate more strategy around that. It's not something you just figure out on the spot, right? So logos like this are very clean, but like I said, it all depends what angle do you want to take in the market. So this is what I've put together. I really like this simple look and feel. This is a mock-ish logo. Bear in mind, we have not finalized what direction you want to go in. But you can see the effects and the power of having a strong identity. So when you pair a professional modern identity with strategic messaging, so what are you saying to who, what value do you provide that no one else does, you get a really powerful look and feel that is consistent. Everything you touch, people know this is what Smart Reach is about, and this is why I choose them. I'm not just choosing them because they're the cheapest option. I want to know what they do that no one else does. Right now, that isn't very clear. So once you start building a living and breathing brand, you can start to see the effects. This is one of the projects we did for our past clients. You can see they also had the same problem. They just had a website and that was it. But now it's a look and feel that you can see their point of value that makes them stand out, and it clearly targets their prospects, their ideal customer personas problems, right? So you can see here, this is also a really nice color scheme. We need to choose either we go for all orange or blue or this color scheme, and that'll help kind of build your true north. So everything your brand touches needs to have the same look and feel. This is the system we built to build an entire brand. But I'd love to maybe share more of our work, and I can give you that survey that basically just gives you a couple of questions to help you figure out yourself what direction you want to take Smart Reach. But yeah, I've got loads of ideas how we can get Smart Reach repositioned and on the same level as some of those other guys like Break Cold, Sales Loft, etc. So yeah, I don't want you to kind of dilute your brand, and I want you to stand above and beyond all your competitors. So I hope I gave you value. I hope I didn't go for too long. Got really excited with this. So let me know if this helps, and we can maybe see if we're a fit down the line. So yeah, cheers.